Okay, so we have seismology, which is the study of earthquakes. We have seismic waves, is a wave of energy that travels through the earth away from an earthquake in all directions. We have S waves and we have P waves. I want you to bracket those in or use a highlighter. And these two waves can be put into what kind of category? S waves and P waves. Go ahead in the chat. What category can we put those two waves into? All right, Sarah, what did you say for your answer?
I said body waves.
Perfect. So S waves and P waves can be categorized as body waves. My pins are not working. Perfect. Nice job. So then we really have the difference between body waves and surface waves, like our I can statement has talked about. Okay? So I want you to read, how do earthquakes travel? And I want you to realize we have body waves here, S waves, P waves, and surface waves. Think of the properties that you can pick out to give me. Okay? I want you to read through that. And what do we know about P waves, S waves, and surface waves? Go ahead and read through that page right now. All right, so let's go ahead and flip the page. We are going to work on our seismic waves, and I would like for you to bring up your book pages, and we're going to start with P waves. So we're going to start with the description of body waves and with body waves. So in the middle of S waves and P waves, I am going to write body waves. Okay, because we have surface waves up here, we have body waves down here. So here is what we're going to start with. We're going to start with P waves. And if you would like to read along, as you hear, or actually bring up your chat, and here's what I want you to do. As you hear a property, like short, sweet, to the point, about a P wave, I'm going to read it. I want you to type it in the chat, and I want you to hit enter, okay? Then as I continue to read the paragraph, continue to do that, okay? I want at least one property from everybody, okay? So here we go with P waves. Waves that travel through solids, liquids, and gases are called P waves, or pressure waves. They are the fastest seismic waves, so P waves always travel ahead of other seismic waves. P waves are also called primary waves, because they are always the first wave of an earthquake to be detected. To understand how P waves affect rock, imagine a cube of gelatin sitting on a plate. Like most solids, gelatin is an elastic material. It wiggles if you tap it. Tapping the cube of gelatin changes the pressure inside the cube, which momentarily deforms the cube. The gelatin then reacts by springing back to its original shape. This process is how P waves affect rock. Okay, so if you have not completed at least one piece of information in the chat, please do that. Something about P waves. Nice. All right. So here's the first thing that I would like for you to say. I would like to know another name for a P wave that might tell me how fast it is. If somebody wants to say that out loud. Another word for a P wave that might tell me how fast it is or when it might show up.
Primary.
Very good. A primary wave. So a primary wave okay, I'm gonna okay. What does it mean for a primary wave? We know that a seismograph is going to detect when a waves arrive. So if it is a primary wave, what do we know about the seismograph? Go ahead and type that into the chat. If a P wave is called a primary wave, awesome. Avery, what did you say? If it's called a primary wave, what do we know about it?
It's the first wave detected.
Very good. So, first wave detected. Okay. I think we talked about this on the last section, and we talked about how waves will travel faster through blank. Anybody? Seismic waves travel, very good, solids. And we talked about how we all have family members and friends who will come over and join us. And we usually know which ones are going to show up early, on time, or late. Raise your hand if you agree with that statement. Okay, so here's what I want you to think about. The primary wave is what we can think of as those people who always show up early. You know those are going to be the ones that when that doorbell rings, that's somebody who's going to be early. They're a primary wave, okay? So they're the first wave to be detected, okay? What does that tell you about its speed? Oh, it's a baby! I love babies. She's so cute. Okay, anyway, I'm getting distracted. So, what does that tell you about the speed? If you were to describe the speed, if they were in a race, the primary waves would be the... You guys can say it out loud.
Fastest.
Very good. Everybody, the primary waves would be the...
Fastest.
You guys need to put a little pep in your step. The primary waves are the first to be detected, which means they are the...
Fastest.
There we go. No need to scream. Fastest. Very good. All right. So now we have more information about its speed and about its other name as a primary wave, P wave, fastest wave. Okay. What is another name for a P wave? If anybody would like to say that out loud. Pressure wave. Very good. So I'm going to switch colors of my pen just to show different information. A P wave is also called a pressure wave. Okay? Now, a pressure wave, what is the motion of a pressure wave? If you look in your terms to know, what is the motion that pressure waves cause? They cause rocks to move blank and blank.
Back and forth.
Very good. Now, raise your hand if you know what a rocking chair is. Right? So when you rock in a rocking chair, you rock back and forth. So everybody rock back and forth. So if you went like this, right? So imagine if you look at the bottom of your page here, imagine that hand that's holding that slinky is pushing back and forth. So it's going to go forward and then back. And then it's going to send a wave down that slinky. Okay? So show me back and forth. Okay, forward and back. So that's how those are going to move. We have pressure waves, and it rocks back and forth. Perfect. Okay. Now, how would you describe what's happening to that rock as we have a place right here? If you look at the bottom of the page with that slinky, there's two different pieces. There's a place right here. The rock is going to be what here?
Contracting.
What's a less scientific word? Starts with an S.
Squeezes.
Squeeze. Very good. So it's going to squeeze and then when we have a section here, notice the coils are spread out more. So it goes from squeezing to doing what?
Stretching.
Very good, being stretched. Okay. So down here, I'm also going to label squeeze and stretch. Okay. And then what can a P wave travel through? In the chat, go ahead and tell me your answer. A P wave can travel through blank. Tell me your answer. So it can travel through. Anthony, what did you say for your answer?
Solids, liquids, and gases.
Very good. So we know it's going to be solids, liquids, and gases. Okay? That represents all of the layers of the Earth. So P waves can travel through every single layer of the Earth. Okay? So I ran out of room. So I'm going to draw another arrow down here from travels through, and I'm just going to simplify it and say all layers, because we're talking specifically about the Earth. So P waves travel through all layers of the Earth. Okay? So here are some sentences that we can say. As I say them, I want you guys to say them. So P waves are called primary waves. Your turn.
E waves are primary waves.
Come on, everybody.
P waves are primary waves.
There you go. P waves are the fastest waves.
P waves are the fastest waves.
Very good. P waves are pressure waves.
P waves are pressure waves.
Pressure waves move rock back and forth.
Pressure waves move rock back and forth.
P waves travel through all layers of the earth.
P waves travel through all layers of the earth.
Very good. Pressure waves squeeze and stretch the rock.
Pressure waves squeeze and stretch the rock.
Very good. Okay? So that's what we're going to do today. I am not going to keep you because I don't know if some people have a meeting at noon. Raise your hand if you have a meeting at noon. Anybody? All right. So you guys did a fabulous job today. I really appreciate you guys coming on. Hopefully next time my technology will work a little bit better and we'll be able to get through more. But tomorrow we're going to do S waves and maybe get done with the surface waves as well. Okay? You guys are wonderful. Do me one more thing and put your first and last name in the chat again because it deleted when I got kicked out. Once you have put your name in that, you are good to go. I appreciate it. Have a great day. I miss you guys so much.